So today I wanted to discuss a little clip from my own training, specifically how I've been progressing Nordic curls or glute ham raises over the last several months. In case you're not familiar with this exercise, there's several good reasons why you might want to implement them in your training, but the too long didn't read version is this. Most of the research on hamstring injury risk reduction is associated with this exercise. And although the hamstring injury risk in grappling tends to be significantly lower than field-based sports because we don't sprint, there's still a bunch of risk via other mechanisms, specifically rapid deceleration, when the hamstring is being lengthened from both ends, so from the hip end and from the knee end. Think situations like getting snapped down when your foot is way out in front of you, or when somebody jumps on your back to get hooks and you're already in a wide stance and bent over, stuff like that. The research also suggests that Nordics are associated with an increase in sarcomere length, which is a good thing because the combination of low eccentric or lowering strength with short sarcomeres is the so-called quadrant of death when it comes to hamstring injury risk. The secondary benefit of Nordic curl type exercises is that not only are we training knee flexion, we're also having to isometrically contract the hip and the spine to remain upright and resist deformation. So we're getting a lot of bang for our buck when we train this exercise. That said, it's often quite difficult for beginners to just jump onto a glute ham bench and start banging out clean reps with their body weight. So today I thought I would share with you the progression that I recommend people use to work up to this. In the video, I'm using an inverse curl machine by Atlantis, which provides a counterweight as the assistance. And if you don't have one of these, you can use a regular glute ham bench and instead use resistance bands to help you on the way back up. Just be aware that whenever I talk about lengthening the lever to make it more difficult with the machine variation, you're actually going to want to do the opposite, which is to lower the band down your body to provide less and less mechanical assistance. So for step one, we're going to go high load, short lever. We're going to load up the machine so that we're able to perform all of our reps with ease, with good form. You want the assistance pushing against you at the lowest practical point on your body, which is probably going to be around waist or hip height. All the way down, all the way back up with your waistline tucked underneath you, tight glutes, tight abs. As you get comfortable with the first step, your goal over time is to keep lengthening the lever. When you can comfortably max out the lever length, you're now going to drop the amount of weight that you're getting in terms of assistance, and you're going to start again on the shortest lever. And you're going to keep working back and forth through these progressions. Short lever to long lever, and then dropping the assistance over time until you're working with minimal assistance on the longest lever all the way down, all the way up. When this happens, you're going to bump the assistance back up a little bit more, and you're now going to start delaying the point at which you receive the assistance in the rep. Instead of getting the pad assistance at the very beginning of the rep, you're now going to drop it so that this little portion of the rep is now completely unassisted. For the traditional glute ham, it's a little bit more difficult, but I suggest hanging a band out in front of you and gripping it as needed to help you through the more difficult parts of the range. As you get more comfortable, you're going to keep lowering that pad over time, or using the band to assist less and less of the range for each rep. And when you're maxed out in this regard, you should now be able to comfortably do a few reps completely unassisted. And you can now, of course, start the whole thing all over again with a single leg variation. Enjoy.